So to make this gown, I'll folded my fabric into 4 this way. I first folded the first, I measure my total gown length, which is 62, and I added 2 inches for the hemming allowance, making 64. So I measured 64 in 2 places. After measuring 64 in 2 places, I folded it into 2. Then I just fold along the length of the Ankara fabric. That's what I have here. So to get started, this is my center. This is going to be my center. The folded part is going to be my center. I'm cutting the front and the back together, and I will ensure that they are equal at the hem here because I've already cut out the length that I need. So I will go ahead and then measure. My total sleeve length is 34, but what I'm having here is actually 28. So what I will have to do now is to, I have 23. I have 23. So what I will do is to add extra to the sleeve parts. I'm going to be joining sleeve extra parts to the sleeve part so that it will reach the length. I'm going to stylishly look at this part. So I'm going to add, look at this end, it's not complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra material to complete the sleeve. So we are going to cut with what we have here. Then when I'm adding the extra material, I will show us how to fix it. Now I'm going to measure, because it's a kimono sleeve, so I don't need to cut this shoulder parts. Then I'll go here. This is my neckline for the back. Now I'm cutting the front and the back together. So I'll first measure the neck width. The neck width is going to be 3 inches. So I'll mark out 3 inches. Then the neck depth for the back is going to be 1 inch, while for the front is going to be, the neck depth for the front is a V-neck. So I'm going to measure 10 inches here. So when I measure 10 inches, I'm going to make a curve to join the back neck width. Then for the front neck width, I'm just going to from this place, because I'm going to cut out, I'm going to put replace it by 2.5 inch of satin. So I'm going to measure 2 inches. Now I'm going to use half to join it, so to go back to 2.5. So I'll measure 2 inches here. So from these 2 inches here, like this, I'm going to make a slant to join the neck width here. So this is going to be our front neck width, while this is going to be our back neckline. Then these 2 inches I measure here, I'm going to measure it down because I'm going to be cutting it out. I'll measure it all through. Sometimes mistakes do happen. So I've marked out the 2 inches I'm going to cut out. Then for the sleeve, now it said that sleeve is supposed to be 28. But what we are having here is 23. So the round sleeve is going to be 10 inches. So from 10 inches, I'll just mark it now. Then I'll come back to my bust line. Our bust point is 11 inches. So this is 11 inches. Then I'll also come to our hip line. Our hip line is 25 inches. So from this 25 inches, how I'm going to know the length I'm going to use? You know that is a very big cloth. Hip is 46. 46 divided by 4, that gives us 11.5. So 11.5, I'm going to add 3.5 inches to make it 15.5. So I'm going to be marking 15 inches here. I'm not taking out the 2 inches, I'm marking it including with the 2 inches here. So I'll just mark 15 inches. So it's 15 inches I'll mark all through to the hem I'm going to mark it to 15 inches. I'll mark out 15 inches all through. So when I come to the bust part too, I'll still mark out 15 inches. So this is 15 inches. Then I'll join it to the hip line. So from my sleeve here, I'll come in and make a cuff. I won't make it straight, so I'll just cuff it into the, you see, this is the sleeve. Then I'll just cuff it into the bust line this way. So now we are good to go. I can now cut out this fabric. Then I'll show us how to attach our extra sleeve there. So set this aside, then I'll go to the front. Please, I'll first cut out the neckline for the back. Now to cut out the front, I'm going to cut out only the front part, leaving out the back. So I'm going to just cut out these 2 inches. I'll take out this part. So this is all we have left now. So this is the front and this is the back. So now I will go ahead and measure whatever I have at this front. I'm going to start from this joining here. I'll measure the neckline downward for me to know what to cut out for my setting. So I'm going to measure from here like this. You know, using 2, whatever I get, I'm going to multiply it by 2. This is still, I'll hold it here. I'll continue. So I have 68 here now. So with that my 68, I'm going to cut out the satin. Now let's go back to our sleeve, the sleeve part. If you're using by 60 material, it will be enough for you. So you need to join the sleeve, but because this one is by 40, that's why it's not enough. So I have what here? The total sleeve I have here now is just 23. So that means the length is by 45. So I have 23 and I needed 30. So let me just put the 23 here. I need it to be up to 32 because our sleeve length is 34. Then I'll be using, our sleeve length is 34. I'm using 2.5 as the setting. So I need 32. I know minus 2.5. The reason why I know minus exactly 2.5 because I'm going to use half to join it to the satin. So that's why I'm using 32. inches instead of 31.5. Now I need 32 inches, and what I have here is 23. So I'll say 23 minus 31. That will give me, I'll be 32 minus 23. That will give me 9 inches. So that is 9 inches. So I'll be adding 9 inches extra to this part here like this. So I need 9 more inches to make the sleeve a complete long sleeve. But if you notice that the sleeve was not at the upper part, is not that long, it's just get to the wrist. So instead of 9 inches, I'll make use of 8 inches. So I'll pick out the fabric that remains from the, this is the fabric that remains from the side that I cut out. So I'll confirm if it will be enough for me. You see that I have to join these parts together, this part that have the same pattern, so that it will not be obvious that this part was joined. So let me measure this up too. So this is exactly 8 inches for me. So it's okay. So if I join it at this point now, it will not be obvious that this part was cut out. So I need to fold it into 4, because this part is folded into 4. Then I can cut it out now. Where's my scissors? So I have enough sleeve now. Then this is for the first sleeve, this for the second sleeve. So I'll just join it here. So we are good to go. Now the next thing is for us to cut out the satin for the cape. To cut out the satin, we have 68. So 68, and the wideness of the satin is, of the blanket is 2.5 all through. So instead of me using 2.5, I'll be cutting out 3 inches, because I still need to fold it. I still need to join it to the main fabric. That will take half inch. So when I join it with the half inch, to go back to the 2.5. So I'll go ahead, attach stay, use my iron to attach stay to this, then I'll fold it into 2. So we are done with the blanket. Now let's go on to the sleeve and the pockets. So for the sleeve, we're also going to cut out 6 inches by 10. So this will be 6 inches. Let's measure. Okay, good. We have 6 inches like this. Then I'm going to trim out this edge. For the sleeve, the round sleeve. Then for the pocket, also I'll be cutting out 6 inches. Now for the pocket, I'm going to make the pocket the wide 15 inches, while the depth is going to be 10 inches, because if I say I'm going to add the satin of 2 inches to it, that'll make it let's see, 15 inches. Half of 15 is 7.5. So, well, I'm going to fold at the side. That'll be 8 inches. So, there I have 7.5. So, let me just make it 8. So, 8 is okay. This is the wideness, and the depth is going to be. Now, I'm going to come in. I'm still bringing in 2.5 inch here. So, if I'll use this half to join it. That makes it 2.5. So, the depth is going to be 12.5. So 2.5 is okay. Or let me just use 13 inches because I'm still going to fold it. Don't forget we are cutting out two pieces for the pocket. The pocket now. It's going to be 3 inches. So this is 7.5. That's 15. So I need 15. I'll be cutting 2 of these for the pocket. Step now is for us to go ahead and then attach stay to all the satin. So I'll be attaching stay to the pocket, to the sleeve, and to the hem. Everything I'll attach stay and fold it into 2 equal parts. Then I'll come back to show us the next step. I'm done attaching stay to all the satin. Then I've folded it. I've also joined this to make just a long strand like this. You see. So this is the center. I made the mistake of allowing this edge to show. When you're making yours, make sure you cut off this edge before join it together. The reason why I'm not so bothered is because I'll be using stone to cover up this part. So this is going to this is our center point, and here is the extension that I joined. You see that the extension is not very obvious. Even at that, I'll make sure that the stone cover the edge. I also attach stay to the sleeve part. You remember we cut out the sleeve extension. So this is the sleeve extension. I'll first of all go. Is either you join this sleeve extension to the bodice first, or you go ahead and join the satin to this first. So I'll go to the right side. Then on the right side, I'm going to place my satin on it like this. Then I will just sew half inch. After saying half inch, I will interlock the edges to have this smooth edge. Then I will then open it up this way, then iron it. I'll do the same for the left sleeve. These are the 2 sleeves. Now also for the pocket, I've attached a stay to the band of the pocket. So here is the pocket. The same way what I did for the sleeve is the same thing I'll be doing for this pocket also. I'll go ahead and place my satin on it like this. Then I will sew half inch. After sewing half inch, I will interlock. Then I'll raise it up and give it a good press. I'll do the same for both sides. I noticed that this pocket is too wide, so instead of us using um 7.5, that's 15 that was there, I want to reduce it back to 12. I think 12 will be fine, so I'll make it 6.5. I'm going to cut the two together so there won't be any mistake. So I'm going to cut the excess away like this. I'm going to make it 6.5, so I'll be folding the half like so. I said that the wideness of the pocket is depend on the preference of the person. So if the person wants it wide or wants it smaller, it's just what you can just work on. So just to make this equal, this is 11, so I'll cut it equal. So now we have 12. I think this is now okay for the pocket wideness. So when I'm done attaching my satin to it, I'm going to cut out the excess satin too. So this way. When I'm done attaching my satin to it, then I raise it up this way. I'll go ahead and use my iron to fold half inch on both sides, on all the sides. I'll fold half inch like this. I'll fold half inch at the bottom also this way round. Then I'll fold half inch down here. Then that'll be that for the pocket. Now let's go to the main dress. For the main dress, I have my long strap here. So I'm going to notch my back, the center back. Here is my center back. I'm going to notch it this way. So it's not. I'm now going to place my. There are two methods to attach this. In the picture that we are using, we notice that the collar, the satin part overlay. So that's what we'll be doing here. But if you want it to be neater and not overlay, there's another way to do that. I will drop a link in the description box for you to see how that is being done without an overlay. So but for the purpose of this video, we'll be making an overlay. So I'm going to open up my fabric, the bodice this way. So here is the back, while this is the front. So I'm going to place my collar like this. Yeah, you see, this is the center, so this is the notch part. Then this is serving as my center. So I'm going to sew it round this way. I will sew round till I get to the hem. Then I will sew the same way from this part. I will sew round till I get to the hem. Then when I'm done, I'll come back and show us the next step. Okay, before I go, let me quickly show us what I'm going to do with the sleeve. For the sleeve, I'm going to pick the sleeve extension after I might have joined my satin. Remember, this is the right side, facing right side. So I'm just going to place it this way. Then I will sew half an inch. After sewing the half an inch, I will give it a good press. I will interlock it, then give it a good press, then open it up like this. So I'll come back. Let me go do that and come back to show us the next step. I'm done with the pocket. So I've attached the satin to the fabric and I interlock it. Then I fold the edges. I'm supposed to also interlock the edges, but since it's going to be inside and nobody's bringing it out, so I left it that way. Then I also fold it out so that I will know how I will be, to be easy for me to place when it's time for me to place. So let's set this aside. Now for the sleeve, I've done see, I've attached the extra length here. Then I also attached the satin. I did that for both sides. Then I interlock and give it a good press. You see, I interlock it and give it a good press. So for the blanket, I also went ahead to sew round the blanket, everything round. Then I interlock and also give it a good press. Now, why I said that, when you're cutting your satin, make sure that you have excess, like 10 inches excess, because I didn't have enough excess. When I got to this point, my fabric finished, so I have to join extra here. It's preventing, instead of you joining 2 times, just add 10 inches excess after measuring round the lines that you're going to attach the blanket to. So here is our center back. Now we move on to the next step. The next step now is to go ahead and join this fabric together. I'm trying to arrange it. So this is it. You place it like this. See the way I'm placing it. So you're going to sew half an inch, then you sew it down. You sew half an inch continuously like this. You sew your half an inch continuously till you get to the hem of the dress. So I will sew it till I get to the hem, then till I get to this hem. So I will sew the half an inch all through like that. Then part. Then you also do the same thing for the other side too. When you are done sewing half an inch on each side, you now place your front. You turn it to the front side first. So I'm going to mark out my neckline like this. See, this is my neckline. I'm going to mark 11 inches so that the neck can easily pass, and I'll also ensure that it does not get too wide so that the bust will not be revealing the bust. So I'll mark out 11 inches. So this is where 11 inches is. So from this 11 inches, I will now place this like this slightly. You see, just slightly on it like this. See, from this 11 inches, I will place it slightly on it like so, like this. Then I will continue. I will sew together till I get to the end of the fabric. So you can decide to, okay, you can decide to leave a slit at the front or close it up. If you know that, okay, you want to leave a slit, just measure what length you want your sleeve to be. If you want your sleeve to be like 20 inches, so measure 20 from the down to wherever it's up. That's where you're going to stop your sewing. So I'll just place it on it like that, like this, on it, on the edge like this. Just it's not up to quarter of an inch. So I'll just place it and sew it down. Then I'll sew the side. After that, I will hem the lower part. Then, hey guys, now I'm done hemming the bottom. Then I've sewn the side. Look at it this way. I've sewn the side and I'll interlock it. So I'll turn it to the right side for us to fix the pocket. Dress and the sleeve this way. So for us to fix the pockets now, I'll mark our hip length. It's from the hip length that the pocket is going to start from. So our hip length is 25. So I'll mark 25 from the hem of the shoulder here. So this is where 25 is. I'll be needing my pin at this point. Since this is my 25, I'll trace it to the side. This is 25, so I'll trace it to this side. This is where I'm going to be placing my pocket. So here is my pocket. That's why I folded it into half so that I can place it at the side here like this. So I'm going to pin my pocket down. While pinning, ensure that you do not hold the lower part to it. So I'm going to ensure that it's straight. So I will ensure that it's straight like this. Then I'll also trace it to the left side from here so that they can be on the same length. So I just use my tape as a ruler here like this. So this way is going to be. So I'll place the second pocket too. Okay, now is where we last. So I'll just go ahead and sew at the edge here. I'll sew tiny, then down, come this way, come out. Okay, I'm going to sew from here now. I will go like this, come down this way, then turn this way, then come up and give it a knot at both sides. I'll do that for the other side too. So we finally come to the end of the tutorial. Actually, I don't have a stoning machine. I don't have a stoning machine, so I would have show you how to stone it, but I'll be taking this clothes out for them to stone for me because I don't have presently I don't have a stoning machine, so I will take it to someone that will do that for me. And moreover, stoning will take more time too, so I have other engagements, so I won't be able to do the stoning myself. So I will show us this final look, then I will still show us the final look after stoning it. So for now, I say bye. See you in our next tutorial. Do not forget to like this video, share, comment. If you have any question, I will answer in the comment section. And if you are yet to subscribe, please do so that and turn up the notification button so that I get notified when we have a new video. Bye. So guys, here is the end of the tutorial. This is a dress without the stone. Bye.